Hey, it is Derek Gant, 24K Life. I am the money coach, and I love to help people figure out how to reallocate their finances, how to reallocate their habits, their goals in order to successfully live unconditionally on their own terms, unapologetically, which we call the 24K life. So instead of giving you some massive bit of information, what I decided to do today is we have a guest. We have someone that we've been working together for a little bit. And, it didn't start off like peaches and cream. And I thought it might benefit you to understand what some of the processes are in order to really get your finances where you want them to be. So I'd like for you to welcome Erica Parish. Hi, Erica.
Hi, Derek.
How are you?
It's a lovely day.
Is it a lovely day? I'll take that. It's a lovely day here too. I was in a space where they got 8 inches of snow last week in one day, and I'll tell you, I'll take no snow and slightly chilly every time over that. So you are in where are you? In Indianapolis?
I am in Indianapolis currently, yes.
Okay. So I shared as an introduction, which you were backstage in the green room, so you couldn't hear it. But I just shared with everyone that what we're doing is I'm interviewing you, and you have been able to turn a really big corner with us as we continue to coach you and work with you, and we teamed up and partnered with you about your finances. So, I kind of prepped you a little bit as to what we would be talking about, but I did not tell you what to say. I did not tell you any questions I was going to ask, but I did give you the general gist of what we would be talking about and doing today. So, what I'd like to do is just start with you just sharing who you are. Like, where do you work? What do you do? How long you've been doing it? Those type of things.
Okay, who I am. Well, you know my name. I work for the Indiana Department of Correction. Prior to this, in Ohio, I was working for Owens Community College as an executive dean. And I was there for 11 years. I just took this new job in Ohio in October. Some things about me: I love to travel. I love to be present in the community, making a difference. I love to support the youth. I'm a softball fanatic. Those kind of things
Awesome.
make me happy. So,
All
is
right,
that
excellent.
good?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. You can't make a mistake on this deal. So tell me this. You reached out. How did you find me? How did you find us out there in the universe?
Mutual friends, my brothers and sister, or my brother and my sister, they use you. They're clients of yours, and I was talking to
Okay,
them about some of my money goals, and they said you need to reach out to Derek.
excellent. Okay, so it's referral, word of mouth. So that's now. Had you ever thought about before they mentioned it? Had you thought about like, hey, I need some help, and maybe I could be doing some things differently, or you didn't think about it until you were talking to them, and then you said, well, let me see what's going on with this guy.
I was kind of trying to do some things on my own with my spreadsheets and making some goals here and there, and I thought I was making some little gains, but then having a
Mhm.
conversation with them, they were like, "Why don't you call Derek up if you think you can? Maybe he'll help you make some bigger gains." And
Okay,
I
so
was
you were winning. You just wanted to win bigger.
yes.
Excellent. I like that. So you reached out, we talked, and we had our initial discovery call. What did you think after our first conversation? Just and I was brutally honest. I mean, you can say I thought he was an idiot, whatever. Just be brutally honest.
Well, it was Black Friday of 21, and after our
Okay.
call, I was like, nobody's getting any Christmas presents. Is the first thing I thought. Um, and then we had talked, and it was like, look, you're gonna have to cut this travel, and we're gonna come up with a game plan. And I was like, I don't know about this right here. Like for real, I was like, this man is trying to like shut me down. I don't know if I want to call him back.
Right.
But I did tell you on the phone, yep, I'm
Yeah.
in. And I didn't know if I was really in or not.
Okay. So when you said, um, Because I recall, and I told you clearly, I said, hey, just for the general population's sake, it wasn't that Erica was taking a trip. She had several trips, like over 3 or 4. And I said, hey, if you really want to really start making some gains, temporarily, we need to readjust where some of your focus is: less travel, more emergency, more savings, more investing, more, so that we can get your money making money. So that's just the point of reference. So it wasn't like I cut her off at the knees and said, you can't travel ever again. You're done. But so you felt like, so you were on the call, you're like, oh my God, this is great. I'm in. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to do it. Then you got off the phone and you start thinking about it and you're like, ooh, I'm not sure I'm going to call this bruh back. That's what you said, right?
Correct.
So what made you go ahead and decide to follow through, even though you were having second thoughts after our initial contact?
Well, I talked with my peeps and I was like, I don't know, I'm a little skeptical. And they were like, you've got to give it a try and you can leave anytime. So what do you have to lose? And I said, you got a point there. So let me just give it a try and see where we can make this thing go.
Okay. So you decided to give it a go. And after, I can't remember how long it was, but it was after, was it a month, maybe 2 month and a half? What time frame was it that you were feeling a little like,
Well, after the first month, I was like, we need to change this
Okay.
budget. But
Okay.
it was about 4 or 5 months when I really was like, yeah, we need to regroup here. I'm not in this as much as I was at the beginning.
Right. Okay. And so what was that like? You didn't see change fast enough, you didn't feel comfortable enough. What was going on in that time zone, that time period, that 4 to 5 months periods where you said, I remember what you said, but I want you to share your thoughts without me putting words in your mouth.
Well, if I can remember correctly, I was like, I'm not in any better situation than I was when I started. I
Okay.
mean, what we had done was switched over to a cash only operation and I wasn't
Right.
allowed to use my cards, and I was using my cards and then paying a bunch every month and going back and forth. So the mindset had changed about how we were doing the process, and it just wasn't clicking to me because
Okay.
I wasn't seeing the same gains on paper as I was before.
Right.
And the way we operated had changed,
Right.
and
The
it just
operation
wasn't adding up.
changed.
Mhm.
Right. And so you thought that you weren't making progress. You thought that what you were doing before was working just as well. But at some juncture, you decided to stay. You decided to stick it out a little bit further. So tell me about when you actually settled in and said, "Oh shit, this is working for me."
It was probably 2 months after I was at that whole climax about
Okay,
to
so
just
about
take my
7, 8 months.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was about ready to take my bike and go back down the hill,
Right.
but I decided to go over, and it was like, "Wow, hold on. I just paid off this card. I'm almost on my way, a few months away from paying off this card. Something is happening here." I was on the trips that I had planned when we started,
Right.
and I hadn't created more debt.
Mhm.
My savings account had grown. I had started a short-term account, so there were some things that were changing. That irregular spending, that was a challenge to me. I'm a challenge
Mhm.
person, and I was like,
Right.
yes, no irregular spending this month. So
Right.
it was a big change.
Okay, excellent. So, I think the biggest thing that I'd like to um, ask you is that now that it's been closer to a year, have we been a year? I don't know exactly when we
Yep,
started.
Thanksgiving
Okay,
was a year.
okay. Thanksgiving was a year. So, what's your end of the year assessment for yourself and for us and for the process? Do you feel, obviously you're still with us, so you feel comfortable, confident about what you're doing, where you're going, and how the system is working?
It's definitely working. You asked me to hold off on trips for a year, and I did that. And
Mhm.
then when Thanksgiving came up this year, I saw a couple things, and I was like, you know what? I'm in a completely different space than I was. I can see growth. I'm not accumulating debt, And without even checking in, I went and booked this trip. And I was like, yep, I'm doing this because I'm comfortable with where I am. And I know
Right.
that it'll be a cash only operation and I'm not accumulating any debt to
Mhm.
take these trips. So I'm
That
all
is
in.
cool. That is cool because, we prefer you to check in just to make sure we're on point. But the key thing that you just said was that, you were comfortable. You knew where you were. You knew where you stood. You knew that you can do it without creating any new debt. I'm assuming you also knew that you could do it without interfering with anything that we had projected, planned, and were processing. So I'm assuming that you were comfortable knowing that you weren't going to mess anything up in addition to into that. And so the thing that I would point out for our viewers and our listeners is that, if you just listen to this story, you can see it's not easy, but it is worth it. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And so we do several things at one time. Okay. We analyze where we are. We refocus on what's going out the door. We're not counting pennies, but we're aware of what's going out the door. We're able to eliminate debt and continue to save. And she was able to take some trips. So not everybody's works that beautifully, and not everybody's works not everybody has the same, tension in the beginning. But this is a great example of how we start with someone, what it takes, what the mindset change is. I mean, having somebody taking a look, peeking into your financial transactions is almost like having somebody look at your underwear drawer. I mean, it's not easy, it's not comfortable, it's not normal. But once you go, you know what? I'm cool with them looking in here, giving me the professional advice, their insights, their tips. If I can be in a better space in 12 months than I am from right now, still be able to take some trips. Now, she doesn't take as many as she used to, but she's still taking trips. And I'm building cash, I'm eliminating debt. I mean, that is an amazing path and transference, a transition, mutation of the trajectory you're trying to take from the path you were on. So I applaud you not only for sticking with it, but for even coming on camera, going live in the metaverse and sharing, what you've done, what you're doing, and what it takes to be financially successful. I applaud you for it, and I encourage you to um, continue to go. So tell me what your goal is for yourself, and not exact terms, but just in the big picture for 2023, 2024. What's your goal as it pertains to working with us and what you'd like to see? What would make you feel even more warm and fuzzy and cozy?
Now you put me on the spot.
Well,
Well,
we can not answer that too, because I don't want specifics. I just want, hey, I plan on taking more trips. I want to triple my savings or I want to get my debt down to half. Whatever it is, you can be very generic in your answer.
okay. I definitely want to take more trips, get back to taking trips. And I want to do that without depleting my savings account. I want to continue to grow my savings account and my vacation account all while taking trips. So
Excellent.
just
Okay.
being happy.
Well, you have been true to form. Trips has been your thing. Vacations and travel has been your thing. It continues to be your thing. I don't hate you for it. I love you for it. I'm very proud that you are doing the things that you need to do to see some progress. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get our clients to $50,000 of cash. We're trying to get them debt free. And we're also trying to make sure that they can live their best life. And so they can take the trips, they can do the different things that they want to do. So again, I wanted to thank you for your time. I know that it's not easy to take time out of your day to sit down and chop it up with somebody, but we do appreciate it. And we want people to know out there that, you know what, you have to get over the feeling. People feel guilty because they don't manage their stuff right, or they haven't been. They feel embarrassed because they think they should be sparkling clean. And like I tell people all the time on these social posts is that, trust me, 85% of people that are working out here don't have $500 anywhere. The average household has $15,000 of credit card debt. If you could do it yourself, you wouldn't be where you are. So don't hesitate to reach out to say, listen, I need some guidance. I need some help. And it's like Erica said, you got nothing to lose. We don't lock anybody into a contract. We don't make you stay. If you want to go, you can go. But just like Erica said, trust and believe. If you follow the system, she has a system. She has a strategy. She's just not sitting around waiting for something to pop up to handle it. She's got a program, a system, and a strategy that we implement with her. How many times a month do we meet with you? Twice?
Yes.
Okay, so we meet with you twice a month. So we tailor make these programs specifically for your needs. And if we need to meet with you in the very beginning once a week, if we need to switch who you're meeting with, Erica said, "Oh no, I think I should be working directly with you." And I said, "We can do that. We can maneuver." And we talked about it. We did some different things. And then when we finished, she says, "I think I'm good with the other person. I want to go back to them." But she stuck it out. She did. It's the mental portion, getting over yourself to get some help so that you can do everything that you want to do as you move forward in life. That's what this is all about. That's 24K. So, Erica, do you have a copy of the 24K Life Code, the book?
I do not.
Okay. Do you have a copy of the planner?
I do not.
Okay, so I'm going to let you pick. You don't have to pick right now. You can text me later, but whichever one you want, I'm going to send it to you. You can get a copy of the book or you can get a copy of the planner. The planner helps our clients that are a little less organized. Erica's pretty organized and on point. So I'm not saying you don't want the planner. I'm just saying you're pretty organized and on point. But the book is critical for people who are really gun shy and they really want a good peek at how to start balancing their life and their efforts and to get organized, all those things. The book is really good for that. So Erica, you text me whenever you're ready and text me where you want me to shoot it to. If you want me to shoot it to you in Ohio or in Annapolis, I'll be happy to send it to you. And also make sure, and she is, that you're passing all this on to the next generation. All the systems, all the tools, all the insights. They don't need to hire me when they have you kicking butt and taking names. So just keep doing what you're doing and then share it with your kids, with your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, and you will be blessed for being better yourself and you'll be blessed for helping other people do better. So any last words of insight or wisdom you want to share with us, Erica?
Just let somebody else be your accountability partner and take a chance and be brave, and you'll be better for it in the end.
Thank you, Erica. Be blessed. Have a great afternoon. Don't forget to text me, okay?
Yep, will do.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you. So, we've never done this before. We've never put a real client on in real circumstances, unprepared, to show you, share with you, and tell you, to really show you step by step what it is that we do, how we do it, and why it's so powerful to do. It may sound awesome. It may sound easy when you hear someone say, "Let me help you with your money. We can save 2 times your savings. We can double your savings by two." We guarantee results if you guarantee to show up. We guarantee results if you guarantee to show up, to do the work, to listen. Now, listen, the way we operate is we treat every individual like they are a company, like they are a business. And every business's bottom line is profits. The bottom line is profits. So we want you to go to work and we want you to see money left over at the end of the month that you can invest, that you can save, that you can use for travel and vacations. And so we use a specific system off that premise, giving each participant CEO pay, CEO expenses, CEO bills, company expenditures, so that you can really analyze and say, I want to be in the black, right? Because being in the red means you're losing money. So we need to cut that off, reallocate what we're doing, and then move forward in a better trajectory. And Erica just shared that with you. If you're just now jumping on this live, we have been talking to Erica Parish. Erica is a client of ours. She struggled with trusting anyone with her financial world, her financial life. She got in the system. It didn't work fast enough for her. She stuck it out. She toughed it out. And then she overcame. And now she is saving and traveling and doing a lot of the things that she truly wants to do, but she's doing it in a much better way. Hey, I'm Derek Gant. I want you to be your best, bring your best, leave nothing to chance.